Rating your orders. This time we have a fragrance sample order from Jaden. Jaden, thank you for your order. He has gone for 8 different fragrance samples, starting off with one of my favorite fragrances in my collection, and that is KILIAN Angel Share. If you haven't tried this yet, I really recommend doing so. If you love the gourmand, spicy, boozy fragrances, that is exactly what this is. It's gourmand, which means it smells edible. It's very sweet, boozy, and spicy. This is just such a smooth fragrance. It smells like it's perfectly blended, so everything is just perfect, and there's nothing in here that you could really change to make it better. I like to wear this on a cozy winter evening or a date night because I find the warmth and the spiciness from this really brings a person closer to you, and it's one of those addictive fragrances that when you spray on your hand, you just want to keep smelling. Now, up next, we've gone from a really expensive niche fragrance to a very versatile, on the cheaper side, designer fragrance. This is Dylan Blue by Versace. This is a very easy to wear fragrance. I recommend this as a good office or school fragrance if you're looking for one fragrance just to do everything, like a Dior Sauvage or Bleu de Chanel, YSL. It sits in the same sort of category. It's versatile, easy to wear, and no one is going to be offended when you wear Versace Dylan Blue. This smells like a sporty shower gel, so it does come across as a very casual and easygoing fragrance. If I wear Versace Dylan Blue, it doesn't happen very often because of the amount of fragrance choices I've got now, but I'd wear it to the gym or on a very casual day. The good thing about this is you can buy a big 200ml bottle for a cheap price. Moving on to another niche fragrance, and another fantastic niche fragrance at that. This is XERJOFF NAXOS. This is a really good entry level to XERJOFF fragrances, which are very expensive, and NAXOS is expensive as well, but it's actually on the cheaper side of most XERJOFF fragrances. You can normally buy it for around £200 for 100ml in the UK, and it's a beautiful transitional fragrance that does transition as you spray it on. So it starts off with a very fresh and aromatic opening, so you have citruses and lavender mixed together, and you can really smell that straight away. It's very fresh and vibrant, but it really changes as you wear it on your skin to a sweeter, heavier fragrance with honey and tobacco. This is a fragrance that I like to wear when I want a confidence boosting fragrance because it smells so high quality, and it's impossible not to have confidence when you wear XERJOFF NAXOS. There are some people that could compare this to a discontinued fragrance, which is Mugler Pure Havane. Although the difference in quality is completely contrasted, this is a much higher quality fragrance, and Pure Havane doesn't go through this transitional journey that I just described. The fourth fragrance on this list is a fresh fragrance done so well, a niche freshie, which is SEDLEY. This is my favorite of the Parfums de Marly fresh fragrances. So you have like Galloway, you have Greenlee, and you have SEDLEY. This is very fresh and energetic. You have lemon and mint mixed together. I love mint in fragrances, especially in these fresh fragrances. This is a fragrance that women tend to really like, this sort of DNA, the very fresh DNA that transitions into a woody dry down. That's what you get with SEDLEY. It smells really upmarket for a fresh fragrance, and if you like the idea of buying Creed Aventus, I would look at fragrances like SEDLEY first, because you can buy a fragrance that's a similar style. And what I mean by that is this doesn't smell like Creed Aventus exactly, but it's a similar style in the way that it is a fresh woody fragrance that's a mass-pleasing compliment getter. So SEDLEY gives you better performance, and you can buy it for a cheaper price than Aventus. So I would recommend checking out SEDLEY if you like the idea of getting Creed Aventus. Number 5 from this fragrance sample order, we have Le Beau Le Parfum. This has been incredibly popular. As you can see, the bottle is basically empty now, so I need to get a replacement ASAP. This is a tropical paradise fragrance. It smells like you're on a tropical island somewhere. This is very fruity. You have pineapple and coconut in the opening, but it transitions. It goes into this ambery, woody fragrance. It has quite a lot of depth, does Le Beau Le Parfum. The original Le Beau sits more on the fresh side, but this one has more depth and more character to it. This could suit actually more for the colder weather because it has that sweetness and that depth. It's a fragrance typically that I'd wear in the summer months, but because of the ambery dry down, you could wear this in the winter if you want something that would just give you that feeling of being on a holiday somewhere, because it does have that vibe to it. You know, if you're sitting on the beach and you're putting on sun cream, you're drinking a nice pina colada cocktail, that's sort of what I think of when I smell Le Beau Le Parfum. This is a great fragrance because of the performance. Performs really well for a designer fragrance, and there are not many designer fragrances with the note of coconut in, so this is a fantastic choice. And another Jean Paul Gaultier up next. This is Le Male ELIXIR, a really popular fragrance since it's been released. It's been one of the most popular designer releases I would say, of the past year. This seems to be sold out in a lot of fragrance outlets at the moment, and I think the hype is justified with this because it smells so good. I really enjoy Le Male Le Parfum, which came out before this. This one has the original Le Male DNA, which I personally love, but it has a more modern quality. It dries down with a honey and tobacco, but the tobacco is not a strong tobacco note. It just has this woody, masculine character to it with this sweet honey dripping over the bottle. This is an addictive smelling fragrance because it smells almost like a caramel candy and you just want to keep smelling it. Now, the last two fragrances from this fragrance sample order are insane. Both from Initio. They might be the two best Initio fragrances that I have tried. Now, when I smell Side Effect, I imagine a rich, successful gentleman sitting in a really upmarket posh bar in New York, drinking a vintage rum while smoking a cigar. It just smells so rich and luxurious. This has a heavy dose of rum with cherry pipe tobacco and vanilla. There are not many fragrances I have tried that smell like Side Effect. It just smells so rich and decadent. It's a beautiful fragrance. I have a lot of memories with this because I took it on holiday in September with my partner. I went to Greece in September. I wore this a couple of evenings and it was fantastic. Summer evenings, this works unbelievable. And the last one, Oud for Greatness. This is a very strong and spicy oud fragrance, and oud is a very challenging note to get into, but it's not too challenging in Oud for Greatness. Now, the whole fragrance itself is quite challenging because it's so strong and spicy, but the oud note itself is quite laid back and it's actually introduced in a really pleasant way in Oud for Greatness. This, for me, is ultra masculine. Someone like Andrew Tate, a masculine person, I could imagine wearing Oud for Greatness because it's a fragrance that dances off your skin and really gets noticed. If you spray like 5 sprays of Oud for Greatness, people around you will definitely be able to smell you. It's saffron spice mixed with oud. It's very woody and masculine, and it's a real head turner. I wear Oud for Greatness on the special occasions, or when I want a fragrance that is just going to be noticed, when I want someone to smell me before they see me. These are 8 amazing fragrances that Jaden has ordered. If you want me to rate your sample order with me, just message me and I'll do a video about it. See you soon.